Mettiamo tutto a posto. Sti fissaria. Siete finiti.
Michael Corleone, the iconic Don of the Corleone family, evolves from a reluctant outsider to a ruthless and strategic mafia boss. What if Michael Corleone was charged for his crimes? What if he faced real-life consequences for his actions? Especially because he's been involved in brutal crimes like the murder of Virgil, Sollozzo, and Captain Mark McCluskey, or bribing Senator Pat Geary. Michael Corleone is seen in a tense scene with Virgil Sollozzo and Captain Mark McCluskey at an Italian restaurant. The meeting is a critical moment, as Sollozzo had previously attempted to assassinate Michael's father, Vito Corleone. During the dinner, Michael retrieves a hidden gun from the bathroom and, in a calculated move, shoots and kills both Sollozzo and McCluskey. So, according to New York state law, the first degree is a Class A1 felony, and he gets the rest of his life in prison, and the minimum sentence could be 15 to 40 years. Captain McCluskey, a corrupt police officer, is allied with Sollozzo and had assaulted Michael earlier. When it comes to the legal treatment of killing a police officer versus a civilian, the difference lies in the severity of the charges and penalties. The killing of a police officer is considered a more serious offense due to the officer's role as a state agent responsible for law enforcement and public order. Killing a police officer is a capital felony, punishable by the death penalty or life imprisonment without the possibility of release. In this scene, Carlo's lured into a car under the pretense of being taken to the airport, but he's instead strangled to death by one of Michael's henchmen.
Ah, that little farce you played with my sister. You think that could fool a Corleone?
Mike, I'm innocent. I just run the kids. Please, Mike, don't do this to me.
Michael Corleone's involvement in this murder is rooted in his discovery of Carlo's betrayal. Carlo had previously conspired against the Corleone family, leading to the death of Michael's older brother, Sonny.
Don't be afraid, Carlo. Come on, you think I make my sister a widow? I'm godfather to your son, Carlo.
Michael confronts Carlo about his betrayal, and although he initially promises Carlo that he won't be killed, it's a ruse to catch Carlo off guard. After Carlo confesses, Michael orders his execution.
I'm putting you on a plane to Vegas. Tom? I want you to stay there. You understand?
Murder is murder, and in a federal second-degree murder case, the convict typically faces many years in prison, often spanning decades. In New York State, second-degree murder is classified as a Class A1 violent felony. Now, stick with me, because Michael also orchestrated the massacre of the heads of the 5 families. Rossi is ambushed and killed in an elevator. Mo Green is shot through the eye while receiving a massage. Cuneo is trapped and shot in the revolving door of a hotel. Tattaglia is killed in a hotel room while in bed with a woman. Barzini is gunned down on the steps of a courthouse by a disguised police officer.
The presidential election because they wouldn't give me an absentee ballot.
Michael arranges to have Roth killed at the airport, where he's about to be taken into U.S. federal custody. Minutes after exiting the plane, he's fatally shot by Michael's caporegime, Rocco Lampone, posing as a reporter. Federal agents kill Rocco as he's trying to escape.
I went to Israel because I wished to live there as a Jew in the twilight of my life.
Is it true you're worth over $300 million, Mr. Roth?
According to Havana law, the penalty for committing second-degree murder is usually a general period, such as 15 years to life.
Pray for us sinners.
Fredo betrays Michael by revealing his location to an enemy. Michael kissed him to signify Fredo that he was marked for death for betraying his brother to Hyman Roth and his right-hand man, Johnny Ola. Soon after, while Fredo and Neri are fishing on Lake Tahoe, Neri executes Fredo while Michael watches from his house. Planning your brother's murder is an immense crime. Legally speaking, it's a second-degree murder and is a Category A felony that could be punished by imprisonment for life with a small possibility of parole. Frank was once loyal to the Corleone family, but he turned into a potential threat when he agreed to appear against Michael. But Michael dealt with this threat not through direct violence, but through cunning manipulation.
Is that something on the floor?
Carmine, no, not here, not here.
Anthony!
Not here, Carmine, you open your fucking mouth, booyah!
Frank is then left alone in a room with a razor blade. The scene cuts away, implying that Frank uses the blade to commit suicide, sticking to the old Roman tradition of honorable suicide in exchange for the safety of his family. Michael's involvement in Frank's death is a serious crime called abetment of suicide. Now, if you find this video fascinating, like it, share it with your friends, and hit that subscribe button for more stories like this.
Senator, you can have my answer now if you like. My offer is this. Nothing.
Michael uses his power and influence to sway government officials, furthering his own interests and those of the Corleone family.
You can have a license. Price is $250,000, plus a monthly payment of 5% of the gross. Of all 4 hotels, Mr.
Now, the price for the license is less than $20,000, am I right?
That's right.
Now, why would I ever consider paying more than that?
It illustrates the extent of the Corleone family's reach and the corrupt nature of their dealings with political figures, and the penalty for influencing government officials, according to Washington, D.C. law, shall be punished by imprisonment for a term not less than 6 months nor more than 5 years. Vito Corleone is recovering from an assassination attempt. Michael realizes that the police protection has been removed and his father is in imminent danger. Michael takes on the role of a guard outside Vito's hospital room. By doing so, he impersonates a security officer, giving the impression that his father is still under official protection. Michael's act of impersonating a security officer is not just daring, but is also illegal. By masquerading as a law enforcer, he crosses a legal line, deceiving others with a false display of authority. This kind of impersonation shakes the very foundation of trust in law enforcement, carrying with it the risk of severe legal repercussions. While Michael intends to safeguard his father, the law typically does not excuse impersonation based on motive. Therefore, Michael Corleone commits the crime of impersonating a security officer, which could subject him to a maximum sentence of up to 4 years in prison, probation, and/or a fine of up to $5,000. Did you know Michael was also involved in the attempted assassination of Joey Zaza? Joey is attending a street festival. The festival atmosphere is crowded, providing the perfect cover for the assassination plot.
So listen, come on, buy yourself a nice raffle ticket, maybe you win yourself a Cadillac. As
Joey enjoys the festival, a helicopter suddenly appears overhead, opening fire on the crowd. Amidst the chaos and panic, Zaza manages to escape into a nearby building. However, Vincent Mancini follows Zaza into the building and shoots him, eliminating him.
Hey, Joe.
Michael Corleone's involvement in this assassination is indirect. It's implied that the killing of Joey is part of the larger power struggle within the mafia world, and the ongoing efforts of the Corleone family to maintain their influence and control. In the United States, if someone plans to attack any person, it's punishable by 10 years of imprisonment.
You took Freddie in because the Corleone family bankrolled your casino because the Molinari family on the coast guaranteed his safety. Now, we're talking business. Let's talk business.
Yeah, let's talk business, Mike. First of all, you're all done. The Corleone family don't even have that kind of muscle anymore.
Michael engages in a negotiation with Mo Green to purchase his share in the casino. Michael puts forth a solid offer, to which Mo Green responds with a mix of defensive-ness and anger.
The casino, the hotel. The Corleone family wants to buy you out.
The Corleone family wants to buy me out. No, I buy you out. You don't buy me out.
Your casino loses money. Maybe we can do better.
You think I'm skimming off the top, Mike?
If an owner's unwilling to sell a property, such as a casino, and someone like Michael Corleone is using threats, coercion, or blackmail to force the sale, this could constitute the crime of extortion. Extortion involves unlawfully obtaining property, money, or services from a person or entity through coercion. This coercion can include threats of violence, property damage, harm to reputation, or unfavorable government action. If Michael Corleone were to use his mafia influence to threaten or coerce Mo Green into selling his casino against his will, it would be considered extortion.
What do you think is going on here? You think you can come to my hotel and take over? I talked to Barzini. I can make a deal with him and still keep my hotel.
Is that why you slap my brother around in public?
This is because it involves using fear and intimidation to force a transaction the victim would not have consented to under normal circumstances. Extortion is a serious criminal offense and is often associated with organized crime due to its nature of exploiting fear and power imbalances. The penalties for extortion can be severe. According to New York state law, it's a felony offense, and if you're convicted, you may be sentenced to years in prison, from up to 4 years on the lowest level of extortion to 25 years on the highest degree of blackmail. This sums up the potential legal challenges Michael Corleone from The Godfather would encounter in court. From the big hit on Sollozzo and McCluskey to the heavy decision against his brother Fredo, it's clear that even fictional mob bosses have got a lot to answer for. So what do you think about Michael's actions? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, everybody, thank you for choosing to spend your time with us here today. We'll see you all in our next video.